Hey there, guys. This is not so much a review, but more of just sort of my perception, my beliefs on multi-tool, carry, everyday carry, and whatnot. So basically, the way I see multi-tools, especially for everyday carry, is what are you going to encounter? What is your sort of what are the things you're preparing for? You carry multi-tool for many things you think you're going to encounter. Basically, most people think you could just have an SD. Even people that went backpacking that I've met, did the whole Appalachian Trail. They said they just had an SD. Now I do also hear that a lot of the people that say they don't carry a knife when they go backpacking, or you don't need more than an SD. Usually they borrow from a lot of people who are on trail, and the concept is, well, my weight is low and I don't even carry a knife, but my friend carries one. Now I'm the type of person that would want to have at least one multi-tool, especially outdoors. But even everyday carry, I always have, a multi-tool with me. Now, I think, as great as this Surge is, and I actually don't own a Surge or a Mutt, I will be adding those to my collection probably by the end of the year or next year. This is the Leatherman Wave Plus. And there's a part of me that wants to become just a minimalist. And if I had to keep just one tool, this would be it. The Leatherman Wave, as we know it, has your outside opening blade. You've got your saw, your file, your serrated blade. If I could add a tool to this, this would be the first to go. Actually, not sure I would put there. But you've got your standard pliers. You've got your inside opening tools, the large screwdrivers slash mini pry bar, small scissors, and you've got your other implements, the eyeglass mini screwdriver there as well. Let me just take that out, which some people don't see the point of. So a lot of people will probably go for adding an awl there, replacing the serrated the serrated blade with a pair of scissors maybe. So I think, yeah, if anything, that would be what I would change, replacing this with a large pair of scissors, getting rid of the scissors, maybe a package opener, and adding an awl, if anything. But as it stands, the Wave, I believe, can do anything and everything you need it to do, both urban carry and outdoors. But for urban carry, and even outdoors, especially for backpackers, now I can justify carrying this for most of my camping trips. It does everything I need it to do. If I'm not chopping wood and building a big, whatever, I'm not building much of anything out there, not much of a bushcrafter, I think the 8.5 ounces is pretty much justified. And you've got a 1 ounce, basically 1 ounce sheath. But it's a little bit big in pocket. So, as most of you have watched my videos, I live in New York City, which has very weird knife laws. If I kept this on my hip in the sheath, I could get arrested, I could get a ticket, whatever. You're paying about $150 or so, and you have to go to the judge and justify why you carried the knife in person. We have weird laws. If it's in your pocket, no big deal. If it's exposed and you're not at a job site, they basically consider it sort of brandishing a weapon and not a tool. And for that reason, you will never hear me talk about tactical blades here or firearms in my channel or on my channel. So, being 8.5 ounces and kind of big in pocket, my EDC has been the HEPTAD tool from the To-Go systems. I'll leave the Wave there. with a squirt. And I'm able to replicate an outside opening blade. I've got my saw. This one actually has a glass breaker, so it's great for self-rescue, especially since it has a gut hook slash seatbelt cutter. And I've reviewed this before, and you've got a very Swiss Army knife-like flathead bottle opener combo tool. This doesn't have a can opener though. You got your pocket clip. This is not ambidextrous though, so Victorinox tools are not either. So with the combination of this and this, I go down to basically under 6 ounces. I've got a small set of pliers. I've still got the file, relatively the same size scissors as the Leatherman Wave Plus. Let me just take that out. Oh, and the Wave Plus also does come with a can opener with a wire stripper, and you've got your exchangeable bit driver. So now we have the scissors out. They're not too far in size. The SQUIRT, which has been my carry for about a decade on my keychain, has served me well in most of the things I need to do. So for people out there that say, well, what do you need a saw for? Yeah, I guess EDC and everyday carry in most urban situations, you don't really need a saw. I just like having a saw because I want to be able to do everything the Wave does pretty much in whatever I'm carrying. That's basically what I'm just trying to replicate there. Now, there is a tool that I've recently come across, the Leatherman Walker. This is in the red plastic scales. This is called the Walker, also previously called the Lumberjack. Now the Lumberjack, and I believe even the Walker, has been discontinued. So we now have the Walker. I think if you are looking to collect Victorinox knives, I think the Walker is something you should pick up. These used to be 20 bucks. They're going for 40, 60, 80. Recently on Amazon, they went from $40 to almost $100 just in a day. So I think the Walker is a great set of tools for someone who loves the great outdoors, such as myself. Now this has the combo tool. That's why they're able to do a 2-layer. This weighs 1.6 ounces, 84 millimeter knife or tool, and I made a mistake on my prior video and I thought it was a 91 millimeter, but it is an 84 millimeter, which they're making less and less of. It's got a nice saw blade, and because you have that saw blade, I would consider this something great to carry for a day hike or a short trip. You could carry this with a fixed blade, and now you still have a small saw, and you could do most of your little bushcrafting tasks. Now they did make a Swiss Bianco Alox version called the Lumberjack, Swiss Bianco Lumberjack, and that was really, really nice. I should have purchased one the other day. I had a chance to buy one, but $200 was kind of steep. So this was $46, including tax and shipping. This was shipped from Canada, and it's harder and harder to find here in the US. I did wish that they used the wader instead of the Bantam as the initial layer, because I would have loved to have the corkscrew on the back of this so I can add tinder and a small mini screwdriver or such. or even the other fire steel and keep the toothpick. But that's something that I'll be working on myself. I bought some old knives, and I'll be starting to mod my own things. Anyway, so if you replace this with this, you pretty much have the same blade length. Of course, you lose overall in terms of the belly's a little different. It's a less sturdy, or a thinner stock blade, and you don't have that one hand opening option. And this is also a locking blade. The HEPTAD tool from To Go Systems, also it comes in anodized aluminum versus the, I keep forgetting the name of the plastic for Victorinox, and that is the Celador plastic scales. Now the advantage of the plastic scales is that you do get to have those little scale tools. In this case I put the fire steel, as I see the walker. I forgot the name of the YouTuber that called his walker the fire walker because he added a braided fire steel. So now you have these tortoise gear fireflies, and they work really well. And you could just carry some tinder. Again, if this had the corkscrew and they used the wader instead of the Bantam as the second layer, you could carry tinder right in the corkscrew with the fire ant, the helix tinder. But anyway, this is a very adequate size, very compact tool, and it will do the job. Matter of fact, the saw is even longer on the walker. Saw is also locking on the HEPTAD tool. So if I was going out camping, or even now I'm contemplating this for everyday carry, if I have my PS4 and I have this tool, this weighs in at under 4 ounces, and I've basically got most of the capabilities of the Wave in a smaller scale, of course. Now, I don't write a, at some point in time I was considering, and I did buy, some bike tools, and I was considering purchasing a bike. And of course, in that situation, I would love to have a much more capable set of plier heads. I'm not an electrician, so I don't really need to do much with the plier head. Matter of fact, that's the reason why I'm not so into the larger, so the mid-size. Just for reference, even the Skeletal included, I haven't needed any plier head sort of in between these. So if I am adjusting a bigger, nut or bolt, then I would rather just bring a dedicated pliers or use a full-size head. I've never had to use this this size, basically. Anyway, this video is getting pretty long. But yeah, basically, I like the idea of having the same tool set as the Wave. And I think if I had to just keep one tool out of everything, yeah, I would keep my Wave Plus. And I think that for those who want to just have that one tool, I think the Wave Plus would be the way to go. For keychain tools, I think that the PS4 is the best out of all the keychain size tools. Better than the SD, and only problem is these are now going for about $60 on Amazon, and they've been discontinued. So either you look for them on eBay and hope that you find one in good condition at a good price. Currently, I've been seeing them go for about $40, and that not in such great condition. And again, this is the Victorinox Walker, which I'll have a short review for. in a different video. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. And again, if you guys want to check this out, this is the HEPTAD tool from To Go Systems. I'll put some links below, and you guys can check them out. Probably purchasing a few more of these while they're still there. These go for about $20.